Hello YouTube. Forgive this video if there's a lot of noise in the background, but I've got the air conditioning blowing because it is a bazillion degrees outside and I don't want to turn off the air conditioning, so sorry you have to suffer for my comfort, but there you go. Also, this is a special Blu-ray update edition because it's going to include a Blu-ray recommendation themed with Independence Day, which as I'm recording this is just a couple days away. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that recommendation. So let's get right to it. What did I pick up within the last week? Well, I had a couple of Amazon purchases that arrived, and you may know from earlier videos that I am a fan of digibooks, so I have been trying to pick up all the digibooks that are on sale on Amazon for the movies that I like and enjoy. And I had An Affair to Remember arrive. Nice Blu-ray book there. And All About Eve. I love this cover on All About Eve. Nice digibook there. And then I picked up The Big Lebowski. Now it was, I think, $12 on Amazon. So of course, after I purchased this on Amazon, Best Buy had to go and reduce their price to $10. So $2 difference, not a big enough deal to, you know, return this and exchange that, blah blah blah. But nice digibook. So I was happy to get that. So those were from Amazon. And then just the other day I popped into Best Buy. Actually, I popped into Best Buy to pick up this double feature Blu-ray, which is Body of Lies and Three Kings. Now, the movie that interested me here is Three Kings. I really like this movie. And it was on sale for $7.99. I think that sale is still going on, so if that's something you're interested in, check it out at Best Buy. Body of Lies is a Ridley Scott movie, which I remember it being okay, but I wasn't really wowed by it. If this had just been Three Kings for $8, I still would have picked it up. So, thought that was good. Also, I was concerned at first that they might have crammed both movies onto one disc, but individual discs, so that's good. That means they didn't sacrifice quality in order to, you know, get this double feature out. So I stopped by Best Buy specifically for that. But while I was there, I saw a sign for Gettysburg Blu-ray 2-disc $9.99. Now I was pretty sure that that tag was incorrect. It was probably for either a version of this that isn't the Blu-ray book, or the Ridley Scott Gettysburg, which I believe is a 2-disc set. But this was the only thing in front of that sign, so I took it up to the register. Sure enough, this rang up, I think, as $25 or $30. So I told them about the sign, and they went, looked at the sign, and made the price adjustment for me. So, Gettysburg Blu-ray book, $9.99. Still don't like the blue bar thing up here at the top. Come on, Warner Brothers. Take the hint. Get rid of this stuff. Don't like it. But at some point I'll do a digibook update specifically and kind of show off the artwork as I pick up some more digibooks. So those were the titles I picked up within the last week. And instead of a Netflix Instant Watch recommendation, like I said, I wanted to recommend something for Independence Day, and this is a Blu-ray that I picked up not too long ago. It's the Blu-ray set of John Adams. When I was trying to think of something to recommend in honor of Independence Day, I started to realize there's not really a lot of good Independence Day films. You know, I could have gone with the whole Independence Day, you know, the sci-fi film that came out in the 90s. But I'm not a huge fan of that movie. It's okay, but not a huge fan of that movie, and it seemed a little too obvious. Other than that, what have you got? The Patriot, didn't like that movie. 1776, the musical. I hate musicals. That'll be another video. And what else? Not a lot of choices. So I just recently, like I said, picked this up and started watching it. Really enjoyed it. It was a mini-series on HBO, if you're not aware of it. And it covers the life of John Adams from the seeds of the Revolution to the end of his life. And one thing I should note, this isn't a series that shows a lot of battles and things like that, so if you're looking for a lot of action, you may not want to check it out. But it focuses more on his relationships, particularly with his family, and it shows the sacrifices he made in order to ensure our independence from Britain, by sacrificing some of his relationships with his wife, with his kids, because he was gone for a lot of time as the kids were growing up. And those are some difficult sacrifices to make. They're not the normal sacrifices you think of when you think of the Revolutionary War. You think of more of the violence, the deaths, the things like that. So I thought that was an interesting take on it, and he was a very interesting guy. He's basically a curmudgeon. He admittedly had some ego problems that he had to struggle with. So the relationship with his wife is interesting because she basically keeps him in check as much as possible, and they just had a really good relationship. Also, interesting is his relationship with Thomas Jefferson, and to see how that kind of unfolds, because they were a little bit on different philosophical terms as far as federalism versus statism. So if those kind of things interest you, this is definitely worth checking out. I would love it if HBO would continue this with using the same treatment of Thomas Jefferson and seeing his point of view throughout the Revolution and through to the end of his life, because he was another interesting guy. Ben Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, a lot of different names that you've always, if you're an American, you've always heard in history class, but you just hear the dry facts, and it's interesting to see some of the relationships and some of their life. So definitely check that out if you haven't. John Adams, great transfer, and again, just a really interesting mini-series. So that's my recommendation. So thanks for watching. Happy July 4th for those of you who are Americans. For those of you who are not, happy July 4th anyway. I mean, you still have a day that's called the 4th, and it's in the month of July, so have a great day, I guess. Otherwise, happy Independence Day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. USA, USA, USA.